Accomplishments.
Well, certainly an accomplishment that we're proud of is that we're graduating more students and fewer students are dropping out. Our programs that we put in place are working, like our 9th grade academies and our online virtual computer programs. Another accomplishment is that we're providing more career and technical education classes at the Career Center and at their home schools, and that's very important for kids to be work ready and college ready. For the first time in many years, our citizens in Aiken County are seeing new construction at Aiken High School. A beautiful new science wing is being built, as well as a building at Ridge Spring Minetta High School and soon at North Augusta High School.
We began construction of our new Aiken County government complex, which will be completed early 2014. We've also moved our EMS station, the home base station, to an empty box that was located on York Street in Aiken, and it's been renovated and now back on in a useful condition now.
As of 2010, we've had an increase in violent crimes, and public safety learned of an initiative up in High Point. It's called Safe Communities. We've endorsed that. They were very successful. And there have been 2 notifications. And what a notification is when you call in your worst violent crimes in your community. And to date, there have been 24 called in. And happy to say that 6 of those have said that they want to have a better life. And they've reached out to our public, and we've had wonderful public wanting to help them. And they've reached out and said, we want to be better. And 5 of those are taking their GED now. That's been a good success because it's in the middle of our town. It was an old building that we were concerned about what might happen to it. And we watched it for several years. And finally the price was reduced to a point where we could buy that building.
Also, we've had built 2 new EMS substations, one in the northeast part of the county, and we bought land for the other one on the Silver Bluff Beach Island location. Lastly, economic development progress since January 2013. Tiger, Bridgestone, and Reclaim Industries, and which totals $70 million and 210 new jobs.
As far as finances are concerned, we continue to be good, in good shape on finances. We haven't had a property tax increase in 25 years. We have no debt, general fund debt.
Locally, we impacted the open space element, which is now called the natural resources element. And the result was a final document that is much more friendly to local business development. Nationally, we helped to spearhead the effort to reprogram funding for the Savannah River site. And this effort was successful, resulting in the ability of many employees out there to return back to work.
Our students, particularly we're focusing on STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And in those areas, we know that our community and business leaders expect our kids to be ready. Our community is so generous, and we have many partners, including Tognum, which is our wonderful partner that has internships for students. They came to us and asked for something that was brand new in South Carolina and actually brand new across the United States. And that's having high school students do an internship during the school day and actually getting paid at their company. It's a partnership with Aiken Technical College, our Career Center, and Tognum. It's been recognized at the White House, and we're thrilled about it because it's a model that we can replicate in other career choices and with other companies across Aiken County.
The partnership that we have with Aiken Public Schools, Aiken Tech, and USC Aiken make it a wonderful effort on the part of all of our people to make our county accessible and desirable for industry to look at and locate here.
Our Aiken Chamber reached an all-time high in new memberships. We enlisted over 200 volunteers who went out and talked at the Aiken Chamber story, and the result was we had a 23% of membership growth. With this larger membership, your Aiken Chamber can speak with a stronger voice for business and will have more clout. Thirdly, we launched the work of the Blue Ribbon Panel, which I appointed to look into strategic issues for Aiken and to develop recommendations to the Chamber Board of Directors on what major initiatives the Chamber should consider for the years ahead.
Issues.
We have a number of road projects in Aiken that need to be improved, and it will be a benefit to not only our citizens but our businesses as well. Over the years, the traffic in Aiken has grown, and that makes it necessary for these road improvements to be made.
Having explored the accomplishments of other cities that they admire, the panel has come up with a variety of recommendations that fit into several major categories. The first is to proactively promote a climate of entrepreneurship and innovation, as well as an attitude of welcoming new businesses. Another group of recommendations, addresses our need to find a solution for our out-of-date educational facilities.
You don't have to go very far to see modern facilities and what it means to a community. Just across the river in Columbia County and Lexington, we know that they have a lot of new facilities and it's making a difference for their communities. We need it right here in Aiken County.
I think probably the number one issue facing us is the shrinking resources that we have in Aiken County to provide quality services for our people. And we have so many mandates that are handed down to us from federal and state levels that we have to comply with. And one of those being the local government fund, which has been tampered with, I'd say, by the legislature to the fact that it has decreased our funding about $1.5 million per year. Another thing, the maintenance of our existing water, sewer, roads, bridges is another real monumental task that we face in front of us. Always economic development is high on my priority list because we want to supply good quality jobs for our citizens who want the opportunity to work.
The recent and current cutbacks at the Savannah River site needs to shake us out of our complacency. While we have much going for us, our future is not assured. As Aiken has done in similar episodes in the past, this is a time for us to pull together to look over what our options are and decide a path forward.
Public safety is always number one. If we can't keep our citizens safe, then the rest of the things we do don't help a whole lot. The Northside Revitalization Initiative has been very important to the city for many reasons, and the businesses and citizens. We started this in 2003, and we looked at the properties that were in the worst shape concerning drugs. Maybe some of the properties were burned out, and many other reasons. We decided to start this initiative, and other folks came aboard with us to help to rebuild the communities that are affected. And several communities were affected: Toole Hill, Edgewood. We're now working in Osland Park.
The third group of recommendations from our Blue Ribbon panel address our need to develop a new generation of leaders who understand the challenges in our community and can work our way through to solutions.
Vision.
If I had a magic wand, I would create a stable, sustainable, and adequate funding mechanism to repair schools and to build new facilities.
If I had that magic wand and could make things happen I would look at the EPA air regulations. Because of the region that we live in, most of our air pollution comes from the Atlanta, Augusta area, and yet we're penalized for that deficiency. And what that does, it impedes the ability to bring industry here because of the high cost to mitigate those problems. Certainly would support opening Yucca Mountain.
A 1 cent sales tax for projects is very important to us. They've been passed 3 times now by the citizens of our county. Some of these projects will run out to 2020. That is the major thing for us as far as getting those done.
I'm so proud to be affiliated with an organization that has such a high reputation and such a great group of individuals that comprise our board of directors. I think everybody should know that when it comes to chambers of commerce, the Aiken Chamber probably has the best staff that you'll find anywhere at a Chamber of Commerce.
We have a good council that has good foresight on economic development and things that we need around this county. And they all seem to work together because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. The challenges are great, but I think my staff, who is second to none, and this council are willing to take that challenge.
The successes that we have in Aiken County are because of our partnerships. It starts with our Board of Education and our teachers, our principals, and our community. Everyone has the same goal in mind, and that's to have our students who are smart and ready to go on to the workforce and to college.
As mayor of the city, I am so proud that we have a city council, citizens and businesses that come together, work together to make our city the best it can be.
If all these initiatives you just heard from the county, the city, the school district, and the Aiken Chamber of Commerce come to pass, there's going to be many great days for business in Aiken, South Carolina.